Okay, guys, we're starting this year Nishmat Chaim ben Avigail. Today's shiur is titled Ayin Hara and occult practices. Huh? Oh.
What practice?
Occult practices. OCCULT. It means practices like ispandut, kine. Many kinds of weird.
It actually works.
Absolutely, it has to work, or else it wouldn't mean anything.
Yeah, it works.
Kamiyot, talismans.
Yeah, try to make
Yes.
money on that. Well,
You know what the in the Far East, when the guy sits on the street and he plays his flute, and suddenly the snake starts to move, right? All this kind of stuff. That's also considered an occult practice. We're gonna learn about it today, Bezrat Hashem.
Snake just enjoys.
No, it doesn't. You can't control an animal with music unless there's something behind it. You understand?
Really?
So, our shiur, we're gonna delve deep inside this concept. Bezrat Hashem. We have the time. We started late because of the delivery, but it's from Hashem because we wanted you. We're on God's time, right?
Hashem time.
So we're gonna discuss today evil eye, ayin hara, all this kind of stuff, because we think this is just purely a Sephardic thing. You know, only Sephardic Jews are obsessed over these things, right? Ayin hara. You know, the person leaves the house, the spoon fell off the floor, right? We're gonna learn today, B'ezrat Hashem. There was a practice back then that if a chicken would start to roost like a rooster, right away they would slaughter the rooster. They say it's a bad sign. Is that considered something called me'onen u'mechashef, wizardy, which is of course asur, because we know what's the Torah say? Tamim tiyeh im Hashem Elokecha. Be simple with God your Lord. And it's not just a simple thing like, okay, be simple with God, I'm going to cross the street, go blindfolded. No, that's not what it means. The Torah gives a specific isur to do anything that's considered weird. Things that we adopted from the Uzbeks. Things that we adopted from the Chinese, from the Far East. For example, I'm going to give you one example. The dragon, right? The Chinese on their New Year's, they have a New Year's every 7 years, no?
Every 12 years.
No.
Every 12
They have
years.
a cycle. They have a
12 years.
every 12-year cycle.
I'm a dragon, by the way.
Don't say that because I'm about to say something not so good.
Sorry, you have the
So the dragon of the Chinese, the Gemara has a different name for it, called Drakon. Drakon.
It's Russian.
Do you know? The Russians got it from the Gemara. What did you think? They just made it up from themselves. The dragon was an ancient symbol of Avodah Zarah. It's a Gemara. I'm not even telling you stuff in the thing. Why? The sons of Cain, right? Adam had 2 kids, Cain and Hevel. Cain killed his brother, and from his descendants went out to the Far East. Not China, the Filipino islands. If you go to the Filipino islands, you have these big wooden sculptures and these kind of weird stuff, and you have dragons over there, but specifically it's a snake with wings. The sons of Cain, says the Midrash, used to serve the serpent with wings. That serpent with wings evolved to what the Gemara calls drakon, a dragon. And the Chinese, the Far East, which is the epitome, the apex of Avodah Zarah, they worship everything. They even worship their own dead. You know, when we were kids, this Disney movie came out, Mulan.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Right? You know, and they're making a live action now. And in the car, everything is live action.
So they went live.
Yeah, it went live.
Shifu.
So in the cartoon, the girl goes inside her this kind of graveyard, and all the tombs of all the dead are over there from their family. It's a cartoon. We used to watch it as kids. And she's praying to her ancestors. Did you guys know that that's a isur called Doresh El Hametim? That's a isur d'oraita. That's Avodah Zarah. So as kids, we were watching an Isur of Avodah Zarah. Yes, we're gonna learn it today. What's Doresh Shel HaMetim? You know, people make a big deal. Oh, you're going to pray at Tzaddikim's graves. You're over Avodah Zarah. No, that's not called Doresh Shel HaMetim. Doresh Shel HaMetim is when you actually pray to the dead. We pray in the merit of the tzaddik, which is not considered dead. Because tzaddikim b'mitatan kirurin chayim. I remember once, many moons ago, me and my father went to Eretz Israel, and it was the month of Nisan, and there's a halacha, we don't go to the graveyards in the month of Nisan. It's a happy time. So we want to go pray in the graves of tzaddikim, so we called up a dayan, and we asked him, can we go pray by the grave of the Rashbi, this, that, you cannot go to graveyards, you can't cry. So the Chacham said to us, one sentence, tzaddikim b'mitatan, kiruin chayim, tzaddikim are never dead. Yaakov Avinu lo met. All tzaddikim are alive. They're alive. So this idea that all these things that we see now, but there is one thing, you open up any newspaper every morning, you know, they give out free newspapers by the train station. Almost every newspaper has an astrology section.
Yes.
Mazalot. People love astrology.
Yes.
Google anything astrology on the internet. Go on YouTube. Astrology, right? We're gonna see 50,000 views.
You guys gonna make a lot of
700,000 views, million views, any language, and people they like astrology. They like it, right? But tell you the truth, they want to know the future. But tell you the truth.
You change your future.
Tell you the truth. That somebody called me, a rabbi called me a couple of weeks ago, and he said to me, "Is there a source in Judaism for astrology?" So I said, what do you mean? Open up a Gemara. You're going to see over there. We're going to learn it tonight, B'ezrat Hashem, together. There is a source. A person who was born on Sunday is going to be like this. Born on Monday is going to be like this. Born on Tuesday is going to be like this. Born on Wednesday is going to be like this. There's a source. Born on Shabbat is going to be like this. So I said, no, I want something more kadum. More kadum means more ancient. I said, there is a book that we have a tradition. It was written by Avraham Avinu. Sefer Yetzirah. Open up Sefer Yetzirah, Perek Hey, I believe, chapter 5, chapter 6, something like that. It says over there, the month of Nisan is the Taleh, is the Aries. Month of Iyar is the Shor, the Taurus. Month of Sivan is the twins, the Teumim. Tammuz is Sartan, the Cancer. Av is the Lion. Aryeh. Elul is the Virgo. Betulah. The Tishrei is the Moznaim, it's the scales. Cheshvan is the Scorpio. Keshet is the Sagittarius, the bow. Tevet is the whatever the case is the what's his name, Capricorn. Shvat is the. It says in Sefer Yetzirah. I showed him the source. I said them just Toda Rabba. But if you open up the Shulchan Aruch, Yorei De'ah, the laws of witchcraft. There is laws of witchcraft. And you guys think it doesn't count for today. It counts. All these halachot are for today. Right now. First halacha. You listening?
Yeah, first halacha. I'm all ears.
How was the beer?
Raspero.
Ein sho'alin b'chozim. You're not allowed to go to seers.
Fortune tellers.
Fortune tellers.
I'd say you're fortune.
You and your wife are walking in Central Park. There's a lady over there. Gypsies, right? Yeah. Come, $10. $10. I'm going to tell you the future. Who's the first one that always gets wants to go? The wife wants to go, right? And she makes you go. And then you get interested. You're going to go right Yisur D'Oraita because the Torah doesn't say it's a fake seer, it's a real seer. You're not allowed to ask a chozeh. You're not allowed to go to these people that we see the future. By the way, there are people that they can do that. They get into a trance, psychics, and they communicate with the dead.
It's called the weak mind, right?
Whatever it's called, I don't know. You're not allowed to ask, says the Shulchan Aruch, B'kochavim. You're not allowed to look at astrology. You're not allowed to say, "Oh, my astrology sign today is powerful. It's going to be a good day for me."
What can borrow?
Right now we're learning Shulchan Aruch. Velo begoralot. You're not allowed to believe lotteries.
What?
Lotteries. What does that mean?
Lato.
I'm gonna not that that you could believe, by the way. What does that mean? You can't believe a lottery? Chance. If something's gonna happen, if something is gonna happen, it means luck. But on one hand, we have a contradiction from a Gemara. The Gemara in Masechet Shabbat, Tractate Shabbat, Daf 156, Gematria Yosef, says like this.
12. You brought the brothers together. There you go. That's my
Ketib Apinkaseh de Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi. The book they found in Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi's book. When he passed away, he left a notebook.
Is that the same guy that met...
He's the guy who met Mashiach.
Yeah, at Romy.
He was so powerful, Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi.
Yeah.
He used to see Eliyahu Hanavi every day. Check it, guys. He used to see Eliyahu Hanavi every day. One time, one guy died in his you know what 3 parsaot is? How much is a parsa? 72 minutes? Basically, like 4 hours away from him, somebody died. Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi didn't come to him that day. 3 days he didn't come. He says, well, how come he didn't come? After 3 days he came. He says, why didn't he come? He says, your merit didn't protect him. That means something is wrong with you. I can't come and visit you because of that. So I decided not to visit you. Eliyahu Hanavi is tough. He says it straight to your face.
I love that guy.
You love him. So Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi, in his day, also like Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, there was no rainbow. When Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai asked him, in your day there was a rainbow, he was so humble. Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi said, yeah, there was a rainbow. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai said, get out of my yeshiva in Shammai. I don't want you. You're not worthy to come to my yeshiva.
Wow.
But the Gemara says, but there was no rainbow in his day because he was humble. He didn't want to tell Rabbi Shimon the truth. He was humble. The Gemara says this. He met Mashiach. He told Mashiach, when you coming? He said, today. Then who does he see that same day? Eliyahu Hanavi. It was like a regular thing for him. It was like a walk in the park. Whoa, hey Eliyahu, how you doing? That's how the level of Yeshua ben Levi was.
Can we get that level?
One day.
Day.
So in his book, when he passed away, he had a book, a Pinkas, a little black book. But not like our little black book.
Not like, I don't have a black book.
You don't have a black book. Cheshbon HaNefesh.
That's not like I would know.
He who is born on a Sunday, and his book says, if a person is born on a Sunday, he will be a man of one nature. If you're born on a Sunday, you
Can't multitask.
wait, what does that mean? One nature. So the Gemara says, what does that mean? Is he going to be one nature only for the good? So it can't be. Why? The Gemara says there was one guy who was born on a Sunday. His name was Dimi, the son of Kakusta. He was a Cossack. Dimi, the son of Kakusta, and he was the leader of a gang of thieves. So the Gemara says, so it means that he's going to be a man that's going to be evil, only evil. Because what does that mean? One trait. He's only going to have one trait. The Gemara says, no, Rav Ashi, who wrote the Gemara, was born on a Sunday. So that means there is good people born on Sundays. So the Gemara says, what does that mean he's going to be a man of one trait? He's going to be either a king or he's going to be the worst bandit. He's not going to have two personalities. He can't trick you. He's too straight. Person who's born on a Sunday is a straight guy. That's what the Gemara says. There is no, he's chetzi.
No fitty.
Like Eliyahu Hanavi said, until when are you guys gonna lean on the two doorposts? If God is God, go after him. If Baal is God, go after him. No, the guy who's born on Sunday doesn't have that. He's straight. Either he's a king, or either he's a banzit. Totally. So the Gemara says, what does that mean? A person who's born on a Sunday has the trait to be a leader. He has in him a spiritual genetic power to be a leader. So the Gemara says, why? Why is Sunday such a powerful day, Abraham? Because that was the day that darkness and light was created.
First day.
First day. And on the first day, when you have just darkness and light, there is no gray area. You're either all light or you're all dark. So the Gemara says, whoever is born on a Monday, the continuation of the book of Yeshua ben Levi, he who is born on a Monday, he will be an angry man. I heard a lot of many Monday guys over here. Just kidding.
Monday.
What?
He who is born on a Monday will be an angry man. The Gemara. I'm not making stuff up over here.
Hold on, Rabbi.
No questions, guys. Ain makshin ala darshan. We don't ask questions on the darshan. He speaks, just listen. This is not a lecture in college. Even then, they don't let you ask questions. Why? Why is a person born on a Monday is an angry guy? Because on Monday the waters were divided. What happened on Monday? God said, "Yehi rakia betoch hamayim ve'iv mavdil ben mayim." And we know that the waters were fighting. The waters all wanted to be the up waters. They didn't want to be the low waters. So they were fighting. So there was a fight on that day for eternity. For eternity, whoever is born on a Monday is an angry person because of that. So on the first day, whoever is born on a Sunday, he's a natural leader, or he's a natural leader for a banzit. Either he's a good guy or he's a bad guy. Why? Because that day was created light, the concept of light, and darkness. Not the sun and the moon. The concept, or and choshech. So a person who's born on Motzei Shabbos is a high neshama.
Wow. I know that.
And a person who's born on a Monday, he has to be very careful from machloket. That means a person who's born on a Monday, he shouldn't get into politics because he can't control his emotions. That's according to the Gemara. This is all the book of Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi. Continuing, so the Gemara says, he who is born on a Tuesday, Yehi Gevar Atir, he will be a wealthy man. Why? That day is what? Written 2 times Tov. That's why people like to get married on Tuesdays.
2 for Tuesday.
Pa'amayim ki Tov.
I didn't make one.
He who is born on a Tuesday will be a, but there is a catch. He's also going to be a zanai. He's going to be a promiscuous man.
I mean, he will chase women.
That's something.
That's right.
It's going to take a long time to decide.
Let's get to the point.
What's the reason? How come people who are born on a Tuesday, says the Gemara, are wealthy at the same? But we know whoever. What's promiscuous? Like he just said. I want to repeat that.
I could repeat.
Don't repeat it.
Okay.
How come on Tuesday? But we know if you're not shomer your brit, you don't have parnasa. But yet, person who's born on a Tuesday, he's not shomer his brit, and he has parnasa. So what do we see? Is there mazal for Yisrael, or there isn't mazal? There is mazal, and even more, the mazal shows it overcomes the mitzvot and aver. Whoa, that's crazy. So how come the Shulchan Aruch said you're not allowed to ask mazalot? You're not allowed to go after the mazalot. Doesn't make sense. How come a person who's born on a Tuesday is going to be a wealthy man? Because what was created on Tuesday? The grass.
Yep.
Green. What color are dollars?
Green.
Green. No, that's my chidush. That's my chidush. Don't repeat that.
My thought.
Whoever is born on a Tuesday, because grass is the one thing that has to, you need, for life, what do you need? Air, right? CO2, oxygen. Yes or no? That's it. But at the same time, grass, plants, how do they reproduce? Do they produce asexually or sexually?
Asexual.
They're asexual. What does that mean? They don't have a mate. They just do everything by themselves, right? He's lonely.
They don't clash.
They don't clash. He who's born on a Wednesday,
My brother was born on Wednesday.
He who was born on a Wednesday, the Gemara says, Yeh gavar chachim v'nayir. He will be a wise and radiant man.
He was.
Wednesday. People who are born on Wednesdays, they have a special power of chokhmah. Professor. What's the reason? What's so special about Wednesday? What was created on Wednesday? The two luminaries. The sun and the moon.
Wow, amazing.
So therefore, they left their impression, their koach. How do you say the koach?
The strength.
The strength throughout all the Wednesdays of the world. So if you're born on a Wednesday, you're actually taking from that power. Whoever is born on a Thursday, will be a man who does lots of kindnesses.
Raise your hand.
A man of gomel chasadim. He likes to do kind acts, says the Gemara. Gabriel, don't say your secrets here. Person who does kind. Why? What was created on Thursday? The fish and the birds.
Wow. The sea and the air.
The animals that defy gravity. Correct? So the human being is a selfish being. He only wants. But a bird, he defies gravity. A fish, he defies the natural sense of law. He goes against it, right? He floats. He goes against the tide. So therefore, a person who's born on a Thursday, says the book of Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi, he's a guy who goes against that. He wants to do chesed. He always wants to give. He always wants to do. Whoever is born on a Friday, Yehi Gevar Chazran. He will be Chazran. Friday night is Shabbat. Person who's born on Friday, which means Thursday night, Friday morning, will be an assiduous man. What's assiduous?
Nice word.
A person who goes over the same thing.
Redundant.
He's a redundant person. He does something, which is good. Why? When you learn Gemara, you want to remember a piece of Gemara, what do?
Over and over.
You have to do it again and again and again and again. So a person who's born on a Friday, what is he good for? Torah? Or for Chas v'Shalom the Sitra Achra? He's good for the Torah. Why? Because a person who's assiduous, you're learning a good word. If he's assiduous,
are you assiduous?
Shh, don't know. If he's assiduous for the Sitra Achra, that means he could do many averot in a very short time span. Repeat. But a person who does Torah, he's going to be the biggest chacham. Because to remember something, what are you going to do? Chazor v'chazor v'al titztarech lebalador. They say, go over again and again and again, but don't eat the balador. Balador is a specific herb. Person eats it. If he remains alive, he gets photographic memory. So the Gemara says, not the Gemara, the saying goes, Chazor v'chazor, repeat and repeat, v'al tistarech lebalador. Especially rabbis. Every rabbi has a specific gift. One rabbi, for some reason, everybody asks him Hilchot Nida. One rabbi, Shabbat. So if you see that people are asking you a specific thing, what do you got to do? You wake up in the morning. Chazor v'chazor, Shulchan Aruch, Rama, Shach, Taz, Magen David, Magen Av, Beretev. You got to go back and back and back and back. Chazor v'chazor. Now continuing. Shabbat. But what does that mean? He's going to be an assiduous man. The Gemara wants to explain itself.
Please explain.
Amar of Nachman Bayitzchak b'mitzvot. A person who's born on a Friday, he's not going to be a repetitive person for bad things. He's only going to be a repetitive person for good things. So born on a Friday is a good thing or a bad thing?
Amazing.
It's amazing. It's like all the powers of the week is in what? Friday. Why? You do a mitzvah. You're going to do it one time or many times? Okay, put on tefillin. Must be. There's one rabbi in the Gemara. There was one rabbi, one of the Rishonim say, there's a Gemara that says, whoever doesn't wear tefillin doesn't get up in Olam Haba. Why? Karkafta de la manach tefillin. He's a skull that didn't put on tefillin. He's like machloka between the rabbis. Does that mean if he missed one day, or if he missed his whole life. So a person could say, okay, there is a rabbi who says, at least I put it one time, but must be.
Thanks to Chabad.
Thanks to Chabad, Akol Beseder. No, Tieh Chazran, be assiduous. Do it again and again and again, Tefillin, the Alter Rebbe says, the Rebbe Mechabad, the first Rebbe Mechabad says, Tefillin has a specific sigula. What's a sigula? When you wear tefillin, you have to think in your mind, besides for Mekayim, the mitzvah of tefillin, to have kavanah, by wearing tefillin, I'm subjugating the Satan. The Satan inside of me, when he sees tefillin, he gets very afraid. You know why? How many times in the Torah does it say to wear tefillin? Take a guess. Twice he says. What do you say? Throw a number.
13.
7, you say. You're close.
8.
8.
Yeah, same thing with the tzitzis, 8 times.
The Torah, that's your parasha.
That's my parsha, that's right.
The Torah says altogether 8 times to wear tefillin. 4 for the head, 4 for the hand. 8 is what number?
Above nature.
Above nature. 8 is what day? 8 days of?
The week.
8 days of? Chanukah. Chanukah, Jonah. 8 days of Brit Milah.
I was there today.
8 days. 8 is above nature. Chanukah is above nature. So is Chanukah. Brit Milah is above nature. Of course, number 8 is very powerful. Continuing. Whoever is born on Shabbat will die on Shabbat.
Wow, I feel honored.
Whoa. Really?
The Gemara says.
That's it?
It's a very powerful saying.
I feel honored.
Why?
King David died.
Because you caused people to desecrate the Shabbat for you. Now you will be desecrated by the Shabbat.
Was that?
Is that a bad thing or a bad thing or good?
That means you got to bring everybody to keep Shabbat. That's the whole thing here.
If you're gonna get people to keep Shabbat, you're gonna not. It's a good thing.
To die on Shabbat.
David HaMelech passed away on Shabbat
Amazing.
and on Shavuot. Continuing, guys. Wait a second. But the Gemara adds, I'm gonna die on Shavuot. It's scary, right? Amar Rabba Bar Shila, the Kadisha Rabbi Itkere. He has the potential to be a great and holy man.
In other words.
Here.
In this over here.
This world. This right here.
Whoever is born on Shabbat has the potential. Some people are holy. You guys don't know them. They're very big tzaddikim. You see them in the street, you're like, you think they're, shlopinkas. Nonsense, yeah. But they're inside, at home, he's a machmir, he's a tzaddik, he's shalom bayit, he's a chacham gadol. He's a nistar. But some people, they can't hide their holiness. Like Moshe, he couldn't help himself. The light, kikaran or panav. He had to cover his face with a mask.
Make a mask.
Person who's born on Shabbat, he can't hold inside his holiness. He just shines. He has the potential to be a great and holy man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The person who's born on Shabbat is a very big zachut. My daughter was born on Shabbat. You were born on Shabbat, kol hakavod. But my son was born on a Friday.
Friday night.
Wait, it's supposed for what?
I was born Friday night.
Person who's born on Shabbat, the Gemara says, he will be called a great and holy man.
What Gemara is this?
Shabbos.
156.
A person who's born on Alai, the Gemara doesn't
Your
discuss.
daughter was born on a holiday.
No. Yeah, that's my second daughter.
What was the holiday?
First day of Passover.
Passover, yeah.
The Gemara says now something even deeper. And this is, Rabbi Isai, this is a very big contradiction. Because we just read the Shulchan Aruch, Ein sho'alin b'chozim b'kochavim b'garalot. Planets are a kochav, kochavim, they're stars. Over here you have Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi. He's giving you a whole breakdown. Word for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The Gemara says, whoa. This is astrology at its best. Astronomy. The Gemara says, Puk emru leleber levae lo mazal yom gorem ele lemazal sha'a gorem. The Gemara says, take the whole book of Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi. Watch it.
Wow.
He's wrong. It's not the day you were born. It's the hour you were born.
That's true. Look at the location.
So all what I just told you guys got excited?
You got my hopes up.
I got your hopes
So now let's see the real deal.
Let's see the real deal.
They get mad at.
Why?
Why so much wasted time?
You see guys, the excitement you guys got?
It's fake.
That's the same excitement that a person goes when he does all that kina kinesh, mina mine, all those shtuyot. He gets excited, right? Because now you're gonna go like, what day you were born in? Sunday? I didn't ask. By Sunday, you're a leader. Oh, that means the Gemara is right. No, the Gemara says. You're playing tricks on yourself. So the Gemara says, but the Gemara now is going to say even something even weirder. It's not the day.
It's the hour.
It's the hour.
Here we go, guys, right?
Whoever is born in the hour where the sun is in control, the sun.
Daytime.
No, there's 1 hour in the day where the sun is in control.
Afternoon.
I didn't say what it's new. It depends what day of the week you are. Guys, don't say something you guys didn't study. You guys slept during astronomy class, so don't act like you know this, alright? He will be a person that is very beautiful. So if you're born in the hour of the sun,
What time is that?
so it depends. For example, on a Sunday, that's the 2nd hour of the day. On a Monday, that's the 3rd hour of the day. You understand? It depends. It depends. Every day is different. You have to ask somebody who knows in these things.
You know these things?
You?
Look into Gemara, you'll find.
Whoever is born, not only that, whoever is born in in the hour of the sun, he will be a person that never needs to eat and drink from somebody's hand.
Man.
He doesn't need tzedakah. He doesn't need anything. Hashem gives him his
Daily bread.
man,
Yeah.
his portion. But if he will be a stealer, he won't be successful. Why? Because he's born in the sun. The sun, he shines. You can't hide the sun, right? Even if the clouds hide the sun, you still have light. Correct or incorrect? So if he tries to steal, he won't be successful. Whoever is born in the hour of the planet Venus, Venus,
That's the exciting, guys.
he will be a wealthy man, but a promiscuous man.
Again, that promiscuous. Man.
Why? Because Venus is a gas. The planet Venus is a gas. It's fire. It's natural fire. So we will always have, fire burning inside of him.
The desire.
The desires.
I find.
Whoever's born in the hour of Mercury, he will be a radiant and wise man. Wise. He will be a smart man.
How you know when you were born on
You have to ask somebody who knows.
Who do I ask? Do you know? Doctor.
But don't ask the New York Post. Do me a favor.
Dr. Venus.
Why? Why is Mercury such a special star, planet? Because it's the 2nd star from the sun. Guys, this is the Gemara. This is before Galileo telescopes. What's the planet right after the sun? Mercury. The Gemara was saying this 2,000 years ago.
Okay. Without the telescope.
Without the telescope.
How
How is
about
that?
that?
How is that for? How's them apples?
Yeah, how's those apples? Adam's apple.
How do you like that?
Okay.
This is a perfect proof of the Torah. 2,000 years ago, they knew Mercury was the 2nd star.
Did you know that?
I could go on and on, but it's not the shiur for that. So since it's the 2nd star from the sun, it's the companion of the sun. It's the secretary of the sun. You think the stars don't have any connection? They speak to each other. Somebody was laughing over there.
This guy right there. I'm pointing fingers at that guy over there. Some guy.
This is what the Torah says.
Some gorgeous
They speak to each other.
guys.
And because it's the secretary and the companion of the sun, whoever is born during the hour of Mercury will be what?
Rich.
Wise and radiant. Stop thinking about money.
And promiscuous too.
No, that's Venus, Joe.
Yeah.
Give him another beer.
No more beer.
I'm heading west on Sunday.
Whoever's born in the hour of the moon,
Oh, that's me.
not my moon,
No,
moon, the Livana,
that's me.
he will be a man who has a lot of suffering in his life.
That's there.
R.Shalom.
Wow. It is what it is, man.
Why?
Tzaddik.
Why is the moon?
But he's a woman.
Because it wanes. Toda Rabba.
What?
Because the moon becomes smaller and smaller, then it becomes big again, right? But the fact that it wanes means that a person who's born in that hour will suffer many afflictions. Chas v'shalom. He will be a man that will build. It won't stay.
We're above Mazal. What's the problem?
That's the Gemara is gonna be. That's the Gemara's next step. We're above the mazal. He will not eat from his own food. He will always need tzedakah. Whoever is born in this hour of the moon, but one good thing about him, he knows how to keep a secret. He'll make a good bookie, a good lawyer, a good accountant. He'll always keep your secrets. Because when is the moon? In the night. And the night is the time of secrets. If he will be a stealer, he will be successful. He was born
I'm ready to rob the Vatican. Who's down?
in the hour of Saturn. You guys know Saturn, right? Shabtai.
Peptide sweet.
He's a guy that will never be successful in anything he does. Saturn.
Unless he steals.
Shabtai. That's Levana. That's the moon.
You want to say the same?
Everything he tries to do,
No bueno.
he just dupul. He can't be successful. The Gemara says, whoever's born in the hour of Jupiter, which is the biggest planet, he will be a tzaddik.
Tzaddik.
Why? Tzaddik. Jupiter is in Hebrew what? Tzedek. Tzedek gives tzidkut. But whoever's born in the hour of Mars, the Gemara is saving this for the end.
The red planet.
Mars. The Gemara skipped all the planets except for Mars. He's a man who will spill blood.
It's a war planet. It's a war planet.
Isav's planet, Mars, Aries.
It's a red planet.
So Rav Ashi says, whoa, I was born on a Sunday, but I was born in the hour of Mars. What's going on over here? I'm a Rosh Hashiva. Either he's going to be a killer, or either he's going to be a shochet. Shochet is what? A slaughter, he's a butcher. Or he could be a mohel. He gives Brit Milah. He doesn't have to be a killer. He could spill blood in a kosher way. He doesn't have to be Avram in a bad way.
Kill nobody. It's all
He
right.
doesn't have to kill nobody.
I'll kill the animal. No.
So the Gemara is Amar Rava. Rava is a very big rabbi in the Gemara. Very big.
Yeah. Every word's the name.
I was born in the hour of Mars. So Abaye told him that's why whenever you get angry at your students and you're kapdan, and you say kapdan. Anybody here know kapdan? You're very strict. You're tough with him. Something bad happens to him. From Shamayim,
To the other person?
yeah, to the student, they take their revenge for him because he's born in the hour of Muadim, Mars. Rav Chanina said, whoever is born in a specific celestial sign, it determines if he's going to be intelligent. It determines if he's going to be wealthy. And nobody could overcome this, even Jewish people. Which means, yesh mazal Israel or en mazal Israel?
No.
He's saying yes. Rav Chanina said yes.
I understand the last one.
Let's go again. Itmar, it was stated. Rabbi Chanina Amar. Rabbi Chanina said, Mazal machkim. If you're born a specific mazal, it determines your intelligence.
So it's determined, you can't change it.
Mazal ma'ashir, it determines your wealth. Veyesh mazal Israel, there is mazal for Israel. Rabbi Yochanan Amar, second opinion in the Gemara, is a second opinion. Don't think it just stays over there. It's a second opinion. Rabbi Yochanan, en mazal Israel. There's no mazal for Israel. Oh, Rabbi Chanina, take it easy. Rabbi Chanina wasn't, he was the Rosh Yeshiva after Rabbi Yehuda Nasi. Rabbi Yochanan, though, wrote the Talmud Yerushalmi. These are big guns over here. It's not, Va'az the Rabbi Yochanan Tami. Rabbi Yochanan said, I have a pasuk. I have a verse. How do we know there is no mazal Israel? The Gemara says, the pasuk, do not listen to the goyim. Don't listen to them. Do not fear the signs of the heaven. Oh, I'm born on this day, I'm born on this hour, I'm an Aries, I'm a Capricorn. The goyim should fear it. But the Jews should not fear it.
Why?
I can change my myself.
So Gemara says, Amar Rav, en mazal Israel. There is no mazal for Israel. Rav is the biggest rabbi. He's called just Rav. He's the Rav. How do we know this? From Avraham Avinu.
Change the stars.
God said to Abraham, go outside, look at the stars. Can you count them? No, that will be your descendants. The Gemara says, he told Avraham Avinu, leave your istagnut. Leave the astrology. Leave the otot. Leave the goralot. Leave the kine. Leave all those stuff. Leave it. En mazal Israel. There's no mazal Israel. So the Gemara says over here. So how come Rabbi Chanina didn't know this? Rabbi Chanina didn't know all this Gemara. How could Rabbi Chanina, which was hand chosen by Rabbi Yehuda Nasi, he said, there is mazal. You didn't know all this stuff Rav said, Rabbi Yochanan said. How dare you say that? Rabbi Chanina meant something else. If a Jew acts like a goy, he has a mazal. But if you act like a Yehudi, and mazal. That's powerful, guys. I just had goosebumps. Just get goosebumps. I just got goosebumps. I just got goosebumps.
I think what God was
That was a powerful.
If a Jew acts like a Jew, he has mazal.
He doesn't have mazal.
Why?
He's above the mazal.
You don't need mazal.
You don't need that.
Emunah.
Bereshit Esh.
Emunah bereshit esh ha'emayim.
Aywa. Now let me finish you guys the halacha. With this introduction, now we could understand. What does that mean in mazal Israel? There's no mazal Israel.
You have no mazal.
There's no mazal. Why? When you connect to Hashem, Hakadosh Baruch Hu, listen very carefully, guys. God is the source of everything. You could change everything. What does this mean? The pasuk tzedakah tatzil mimavet. The Gemara, I closed the Gemara. If you guys want to read this Gemara in your own time at home, open up the Gemara, page 156. Read it yourself. 156a to b. It's a very big Gemara. Shabbat. The Gemara says, one time Shmuel was walking on the road with his companion called Avlet. He was a goy.
My friend.
And the goy said, you see that Jew over there? He's going to die today. Shmuel said, we'll see about it. Karochi, long story short, they're coming home that day. He's alive. Shmuel said, no. How is he alive? He said, I don't know. I see in the stars that he's supposed to die today. His mazal was dead. Let's go ask him. He said, today I gave tzedakah. So what did Shmuel say? Avlet. Tzedakah tatzil mimavet. En mazal Israel.
God save your life.
I'm going to tell you guys something even deeper. Those guys who go to psychics, full beams, all those kinds of people, you know what they're basically doing? They're going under their mazal. Hashem says, you want mazal? Salamat. But if you keep the pasuk, Tamim, Tihiyeh, Im Hashem, Elokeh, be simple with Hashem. What does Hashem say? Oh, you want to be simple? Who says in the Torah he's simple? For who? Which one of our forefathers? No. Yaakov. Yaakov Ish Tam. He's a simple guy. What does that mean, simple?
Just follow the Torah. That's it. Simple.
The Torah says I gotta do it. I do it. That's it. I don't know anything else. I was reading today the book of the son of the Rambam, Rabbeinu Avraham ben Rambam. He says the biggest mistake of a Jew that he sees God as an ATM machine. God doesn't serve us. We serve Him. So when you pray to Hashem, you have to say, Hashem, help give me the power to serve you. Don't say, Hashem, give me. It's not a bank. Rabbeinu Avraham ben Arah, Hamaspik Lo'ovdei Hashem. Hamaspik Lo'ovdei Hashem. It's one of my favorite Musar books. I'm going to continue reading to you the Shulchan Aruch. How many minutes I have over here? I gotta continue because I want to teach you what it means to be me'onen mechashef.
What does that mean?
To be a soothsayer, a wizard, voodoo, all this kind of stuff.
To be Lord of the Ring.
A person who, a person who goes to a psychic, says the Shulchan Aruch, to an astrologer, to a person who speaks with the dead is going over Isur D'Oraita.
That's about my paper.
Which? Tamim Tihiyeh. Remember this, guys. Tamim Tihiyeh Hashem Elokecha. Be simple with God. The next halacha. But the Shulchan Aruch says, don't start anything on a Monday or on a Wednesday. And don't get married when the moon is getting smaller.
Yeah, that's the other side.
Why? Because we have a tradition. Simana miltei. Siman we believe. A sign we do believe. So when you want to get married when the moon is getting full. Don't get married when the moon is getting small. If you want to start something, Shulchan Aruch, halacha. Don't start something on a Monday or a Wednesday. Shulchan Aruch says. Shulchan Aruch. Anything.
Those
days are not successful days.
Monday or Wednesday.
This is our tradition from Halacha la Moshe Sinai.
Those are cruise control days.
And also, a person should not, but the Rama says, it's not so good to go crazy over these things. Oh, today is a Monday, today is a Wednesday. The Rama says, many people listen to this, but they still weren't successful. They still were not successful. Somebody who says, oh, the bread fell from his mouth. The spoon fell from the table. A cat, a black cat, crossed the road. Or he sees a fox in the left. He's walking, there's a fox walking in the left. And he says, oh, don't go out on the way today. Stay home. Don't go out. Something bad is going to happen to you. This is a person who's going over Isur Menachesh. Who did this week's parasha? Bilam. He went to the Nichashim. Person who says, oh, the spoon fell after those guys left the house, People have that thing, Mishagas. The guests left, that's how the spoon fell. Oh, something bad's gonna happen. That's called a minachesh.
Yes.
It's called superstition.
I didn't say it's BS. I said it's a isur min Torah.
Superstition, right? It's called.
Somebody who says, "Don't come ask me for money early in the morning. Don't come to me ask me for money on Motzei Shabbos." A person who says, "Oh, the rooster started to make a voice of a crow. It's a bad sign." All these things are isurim from the Torah. It's very hard. We're very superstitious people. We've been in the nations for many years, 2,000 years. It's very hard. We got to go up. This is what it's called, be above the mazal.
So if people don't know that.
That's why we're teaching them. Send them the lecture.
Yeah, go pass it on.
The Gemara says, however, you're allowed to ask a child, "What did you learn today in yeshiva?"
I do that.
You're allowed to say that. And from that you're going to see it's a sign whether something good or bad is going to happen today. You're allowed to say that. Or you're allowed to say to yourself, "Oh, once I moved into this house, good things happened to me. That means I have good mazal over here." You're allowed to say that. That's called a siman. The Shulchan Aruch continues. Those Indians who go like this with the flute, that's a Isur Torah called Chover Chaver. Whoever goes to these Indians and gives them money to him to go like this, and he tells you the future, this and that. Yeah, they do that. In the Far East, I've heard stories. That's called Chover Chaver. It's a Isur from the Torah. The Shulchan Aruch continues. You're not allowed to go to a magician's show.
Why?
Not magicians, they illusionists.
No, they become.
Yeah.
The Shulchan Aruch says, I'm reading you Shulchan Aruch, Jonah. Ha'ochez et ha'einayim. A person who makes illusions. Asur.
I can't do this.
You mean like the birthday party?
Magic.
and stuff? No?
I'm talking about those Las Vegas shows.
Oh, yeah.
When
Oh,
suddenly
the
they
illusionists.
Houdini brings an elephant out of a... Nobody has, by the way, been able to replicate that.
Oh, that's because she's a Jew, man.
You know? All this kind of stuff is called Ochezet Ha'inayim. The Gemara says once Rabbi Akiva was walking with Rabbi Eliezer and he tells him, "Show me, what does this mean, Ochezet Ha'inayim?" They were walking by a Kirby farm. Suddenly Rabbi Eliezer did something. All the produce disappeared. Rabbi Akiva, what happened? That's it. That's called Ochezet Ha'inayim. They're really over there. I'm making an illusion right now. So just do something, bring it back. He did something, they were all back. Because that's a Yisur from the Torah.
That's why they do it.
So you're allowed to teach it. You're allowed to teach it. But you're not allowed to do it for money. Now, Rav Ovadia Yosef says, I'm telling you halacha. Rav Ovadia Yosef says, you're not allowed to bring a magician to your kids' birthday parties.
Oh.
Rav Ovadia Yosef says it. But on the other hand, Rav Moshe Feinstein says, if the kids know that it's fake, it's okay. So you have two great luminaries. They have a big machloket over here. Is it okay? Is it not okay if you know that it's fake? But we are Sfaradim. We have to follow the halacha of who? Of Ovadia Yosef. He says it's asur.
Unless if he reveals at the end.
If he reveals it at the end of the secret, that's called revealing the fake. I mean, they know that it's fake, right? One more halacha. Are you allowed to ask shedim, demons, what to do? Not Luigi boards is spirits.
Really?
That's Doresh Shel Hametim. That's something else. Shedim is demons. Where's Ronnie? Ronnie, you're here? He left. He's here. We learned yesterday what was demons, right? Things that God was creating and He didn't finish.
On the sixth day.
Create on the sixth day at Ben Hashem HaShov. Are you allowed to ask demons
And they come from the north, right?
the future?
No.
The Shulchan Aruch says Asur. It's Asur. Where they're all
Close your
over.
eyes, don't worry, they're right next
If you have a mezuzah, they're gone. Why? Mezuzah is what? Zaz Mavet. Mezuzot, Zaz Mavet, says the Zohar. One more halacha. Are you allowed to ask a dead person, a sick person, he's about to die, there's a thing that they used to, I'm not going to show it on you because you're alive, Baruch Hashem. Are you allowed to go to a person who's goses? What's goses? He's already, 1 foot in Gan Eden. Are you allowed to take his hand like this and say, I'm making you a shvu'ah?
Like in coma?
Yeah, he's not in coma. No, he's not in coma. He's already in and out. He's in and out. You know what I'm saying? Right before the doctor says, listen, he's got 12 minutes, 10 minutes, he's an hour left. Right? Are you allowed to take his hand and go like this to his ear? I make a swear on you. After you die, come to me in a dream and tell me what's going on over there. Are you allowed to do that? Or that's called Doresh Elameti maybe. Maybe you're asking the dead.
He's in and out.
Yeah, he's not dead, he's alive.
He's in and out.
The Shulchan Aruch says you're allowed to do this.
That's crazy. Why would they do that?
Let's say Rav Chaim Vital used to do salat.
Did Moshe Rabbeinu do that
What?
with Aaron?
I don't think so.
I'll tell you.
Shulchan Aruch says, even if he's already dead, the Rama says, he says, "Lahashbiya tachole." No, they wouldn't touch their hand. You're right. They would go to their ear and be mashbiya otam. They would make them swear by whispering them in their ear. Nachon. But the halakha says, even if a person is already passed away, and we know that the spirit goes 7 days back and forth from the grave, right? That's why we only put the tomb 7 days after, right? Or 30. What does it even mean hagi? But 7 days is the minimum. The halacha is you're allowed to, even during the 7 days, to put a swear on the spirit to go to Shamayim and tell me in a dream what happened over there. One more halacha, yes or no?
Yes.
One more halacha. 2 more?
3 more.
One more halacha.
Go through the night.
It's sad.
Are you allowed to take vegetation, things that grow from the ground, put it in a pan, light it on fire, and I didn't say ispandut, I'm just reading you the Shulchan Aruch, and go around the house and say, Lavriach et shedim, take away all the shedim. I'm going to read you for you word for word. I'm going to read it for you guys. I'm not anything I'm telling you tonight, you could see that I'm not telling you from my own mind. There is no, I'm not telling you my opinion, my psak din. I'm reading you from inside the Shulchan Aruch. Likater habayit, to make incense inside the house, ba'esiv, with vegetation, things that grow from the ground. Sheyesh lo reach tov, if it has a good smell. It means even if it has a good smell, yesh mi she'omer she'asur. Unless you're doing it to take away, let's say there's a bad smell inside the house. Now, what do Bukharians do? Ispandut. It does even more so. Even more so. One more halacha. Shh. Whoever learns from a wizard, from a psychic, in Hebrew we call them amgushi. A person who goes to these kinds of schools to learn the arts. There is these kinds of things today, guys. I know stories, not Harry Potter. There's no trains. It's in Manhattan. It's somewhere in Midtown. Even if you're going to learn from him Torah, he's not right now. Right now, he's a good. He wasn't born on a Sunday. He was born on a Monday. He only says the truth. Chayav mita. I don't want to end the shiur in such a bad way. I'm going to tell you one thing. This is we talked about occult practices mostly in the shiur. We didn't talk about ayin hara. The truth is, it's not enough to speak 1 hour about this. This is a shiur for 2-3 hours. I'm going to end one thing about ayin hara. Ayin hara is a real thing. The Gemara says that one Amora went inside the graveyard and he asked, where do these people die from? And Eliyahu Hanavi told him 99 out of 100, that's 99%, die from ayin hara. It's a real thing, and we know this from our Gemara, from our Torah, this week's parasha. Bil'am says, Ne'um ha'gever, shtum ha'ayin. What happened was, after he saw he couldn't curse him, he wanted to give them ayin hara. So what did Dad do? He sent a bird and he plucked out one of his eyes. So he said, Ne'um ha'gever, shtum ha'ayin. He had to wear a eye patch. He couldn't do Ayin Hara with 2 eyes. You need 2 eyes to do it. So Ayin Hara is something real. I'm going to give you 1 sigula to defeat it. It's something very simple. I'm going to give you 2 sigulot because I'm in a good mood. And also do Nishmat Chaim ben Avigail. One thing, there's one of the names of God is the letters Hey Aleph Aleph. Achotenu at hayil alfei revava. When Lavan was sending his sister Rivka, and he was a very big Oved Avodah Zarah, he knew all the secrets. When he sent her to Yitzchak, he blessed her. He said, Achotenu at hayil alfei revava. The Mekubalim say he was giving her a secret to defeat Ayin Hara. Achotenu, what's the first letter? Aleph. At, what's the first letter? Aleph. Hayit, what's the first letter? Hey. Hey, and you have to do it backwards because everything in the klipa is backwards. So, hey, Aleph, Aleph. When a person you think is giving you Ayin Hara, and some people tell it to you straight in the face, I'm jealous of you. You think of the 3 letters, hey, Aleph, Aleph. And the Syrians till today have a minhag. In their weddings, they say this pasuk. Achoteinu at hayil alfei revava. Second thing I'm going to tell you, when you think a person is giving you Ayin Hara, there is a Gemara, I think it's Masechet Ta'anit, don't quote me. It says, take your 2 thumbs, which look like your eyes, put it one into another, and say, Anna mizar'a de Yosef ka'atina de la shalta be'ina bisha. I am a descendant of Yosef HaTzadik that the evil eye cannot control or touch. Third sigula I'm going to give you, this is the easiest one. When somebody comes to you, thank you, Jonah, and says, Avraham, you have such a good business, such beautiful life, kol hakavod, you go to a vacation, you know what you have to say? It's all from Hashem. When you say that, no, don't say Baruch says, Hakol me'et Hashem. Once you say that, you're mevatel kol minei mar'in bishin. May Hashem give us the zchut and the power to mevatel kol mar'in bishin, Yishuot, Parnasah, Refuah, Kaddish, v'kol me'ed mitar. Rabbi Chanan ben Kashia omer, yes, על everything. הצד יש להקות את ישראל יחד בעלם תורה, מצוות שנאמר, אדוני חפש זמן צדקו